The following was recorded in front of a live studio audience at the Studio 21 Podcast Café.
Welcome to this episode of Pit Life BBQ. Gather around the pit with your hosts, Johnny Maggs and Greg the Barbecue Broker DiGiorgio. Let's talk barbecue.
What's up, everybody? Coming to you live from the Studio 21 Podcast Café in Salem, New Hampshire. It's the Pit Life BBQ podcast, where we talk everything barbecue and a lot of other topics that you normally talk around the pit.
Yeah.
As always, I'm joined by the Barbecue Broker.
What's up?
What's up, brother?
My man.
Chilling.
Yep.
How's it going?
Interesting week.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Why is that?
It was fun. Things were fun.
It's going to get even more funner come Thursday.
This Thursday is going to be...
Oh, in the words of our good friend Phil Riddick, a.k.a. Daddy Cooks, oh, the fuckery.
There's going to be a lot of fuckery going on. We got the Wakefield PD cook.
Mm-hmm.
So we're cooking for the police department in my hometown. Well, my hometown, but where I live with my family, and show them some love.
That's right.
And we got the brisket I picked up today.
Oh, I saw.
It's huge.
It's beautiful.
It's 20. It's just over 20 pounds, but it's thick, big. And then I go to Costco and I see the prime ones, and I'm like,
figures. But hey.
But I got a prime one for myself. It's a little smaller baby, 13 pounds, and I scored what? What?
You're officially a moron.
Why?
The conversation we had, my wife's going to kill me. Hopefully she doesn't find out.
Well,
hopefully she's not a damn fan of the show, because you just told the entire world you just bought one, and she doesn't know. So if she listens to it, guess what? Your phone's going to go off any minute now.
I just told the entire world.
The entire world is listening.
All right, look. She wasn't mad at first. What she's really mad about is that I got the 3-bone plate ribs. When you see the 3-bone around here, you got to grab them, and those are mad expensive. But they came in a 2-pack. I got 6 ribs, so she wasn't happy about that. So she doesn't really know about the prime one yet.
No, she does now.
Well, let's see if she's watching the show. You know what? I'll be happy if she knows. That means she's watching, because I don't think she's watched one yet.
Uh-oh.
Oh, she has. She's just reserved comment till now.
That's okay. We're going to have a long night ahead of us this Thursday. We have a 20-pound brisket. We have 6 racks of ribs, 10 pounds of pork belly burn ends. I'm making the homemade pickled red onions, homemade barbecue sauce. Mm-hmm. Bada bing, bada boom. We drop it off 12 p.m. Friday.
What's the police department going to eat?
I got him a pumpkin pie.
Pumpkin pie? Okay, good. Good. All right, let's get into this. I'm all jacked up about today. Today, we are being joined from the great state of Texas by our dear friend Ruben Gallegos, a.k.a. Big Rome.
Yes, sir.
Big Rome in the house. What's up, brother?
Hey, what is going on, guys? Thank you for having me here.
Awesome, man.
Very excited, very pumped up, and I'm liking that shirt on you, brother.
You like this? A little bird sent this to me the other day. Opened it up yesterday, along with a couple koozies with the Texas BBQ chapter on one side and Big Rome on the other side.
Thanks for the koozie, brother. I'm rocking my koozie right now, actually. There you go.
I appreciate it, brother.
So,
appreciate it.
Just looking at the background there. Obviously, we got Old Glory flying high, but what is that else? Those little stacks above your left or right? It would be your left shoulder.
There we go.
Yeah, it is my left shoulder here. So, what I have here is, of course, I got my Texas barbecue chapter seasoning. There's something that Johnny already has in his hand right there.
Yeah, right.
And we got a lot of creators here on this. So we got 6 admins on the chapter and love them to death. So much love to them here. And I got my custom Uncle Steve's barbecue or seasoning here. So he put my logo on there. So I got the spicy R and I got the thick meat.
Yep.
So I put those together, and then got some sucker busters, of course. Gotta love me some 1836 and SPG.
Can't go wrong with that.
And then we got BC seasonings here. Much love to them. It's a small business, veteran-owned business there, man. Much love to them, too. And, of course, when I started my channel, Chupacabras was one of the first to reach out to me and show me some love when I first started doing YouTube. So had to show them some love today, too.
Absolutely. So let's just roll right from the get-go. Obviously, you're a Texas boy. How did you get into barbecue?
And which part of Texas are you from? Trying to get the style.
So I was born in Dallas, Texas,
Okay.
right up Parkland Hospital. And when I was 5 years old, I moved to California. So when I first started barbecuing, I first was a backyard griller. Okay, that's how I started. That's what they do over there. They backyard grill. When it came to smoking and all that, that was not really a big thing over there in California. But I learned a lot of the great seasonings and marinades and styles of barbecue. And when I moved here in Texas, I moved back to my hometown back in 2006. And I had a great neighbor of mine when I moved here in Dallas. And I'm going to give him a shout out, Bruce Leach. He taught me how to smoke barbecue, how to smoke a brisket, how to smoke a pork butt. And that's where it all started. And what I did is I brought a lot of the Cali styles and brought it into Texas. But, man, you can't beat Texas barbecue, man. It's some good stuff. So I'll tell you, that's where it all began. So
Nice, dude. Very good. We got a couple of boys. We got Daddy Dutch. We got Pickles, Lep,
what's up?
Matt Osborne. Uncle Steve is watching, of course. He's the
Much love,
best.
Uncle
He's
Steve.
the
What's
best,
going on,
isn't
brother?
he? He really is. He's awesome. Awesome guy.
I'm getting my balls busted right now.
Oh, really? Mm-hmm. Oh, is that what he means by Mags? Tell Greg to check his phone. What are you getting your balls busted about?
No, this is some bullshit, by the way. Just so you know.
Bullshit, you calling me out, so I had to school you.
He calls me out in a beer chugging contest. No, don't. I just poured an 8% Boom Sauce, which is a local beer. He pours piss water Bud, 4% beer, and he says, let's have a chugging contest. He beats me, of course, because he's got the mouth the size of fucking the Callahan Tunnel. All right?
But Williams Tunnel. Get your
you
shit
got to
right.
understand that 8% hoppy beer is like chugging a milkshake compared to lemonade, whatever the hell you're drinking.
That's why I don't drink that crap.
Hey, you're right. You're right about that.
And I was already 3 deep when you came in. And then the barbecue talk show turned into the barbecue shit show.
Don't count. Only old ladies count.
Hey, who does chugging these days, right, Mag?
Yeah, exactly. That's so like
You're the one that challenged me.
because you called me out on all the food stuff. So
But I didn't talk about chugging beers.
no, but you wanted to step up, and you said, "I go, let's go right now. We'll have something." And the only thing we had was beers. So hey, the hell with it. Let's go.
You still need to do the hot brisket challenge, and then we'll talk.
I told you I'll do it under sub 2
please.
minutes. Sub 2 minutes. And so anyway, enough with the chugging. Let's get back. So obviously, I have become friends with you through all the the YouTube and the Facebook groups and everything. And man, some of your cooks are outrageous. They're beautiful. So let's get into what made you start with the YouTube stuff and Big Rome's Barbecue Grill Masters Empire.
Right. So I have a lot of family gatherings. My house is the spot to come to eat some good barbecue, from what they said, And, it's a place to be at the, the virtual bar. They call it the Big Rome's virtual bar. And I had a good friend of mine that, rest in peace, he passed away And he would always tell me, why don't you go out there and show the love of barbecue on social media or something, do something about it. And I never put a thought to it because I only wanted to do it for the family. But when his passing happened, it motivated me to do something different in my life to keep myself active and do something in what I love to do. And I thank YouTube and Facebook to really get me into this virtual type of barbecuing because that kept me busy. It kept my mind away from everything that's happened when that happened. So, rest in peace, my brother. If it wasn't for him to kind of throw that out there and push me to do what I do and my wife accepting what I'm doing, I wouldn't be here right now. So, man, it's much love. And, man, I love doing what I'm doing. So.
Got to have the wife accepting.
It makes things a lot easier.
Oh, of course. It's a lot easier. I promise you.
Amen to that. Let's see. Ryan Guinea, what's up, brother?
Matt Osborne, my man.
Oh, Dogfather's in the house.
Oh, yeah. What's up,
What's up, Dogfather? What's going on, brother? Thank you for watching.
So what would you say is your favorite thing to barbecue during a cook?
So I haven't done this in a while. I would say maybe a couple months now. And I miss doing it because I think that it's one of the most underrated, piece of meat in a sense, because everybody goes for the short ribs. They go for the St. Louis ribs. They go for the baby back ribs. But, the beef ribs, big old stack of beef ribs, I'm all about that. And, man, I'll tell you, it is one of the most underrated, and a lot of people tell me that it's the hardest thing to cook. But to me, it's one of the easiest things to cook when it comes to grilling it on the grill. So, yeah, beef ribs. That is my most favorite piece of meat to cook.
My marriage almost collapsed today because I bought beef ribs. 3 bone. They were 3 bone. They were worth it. It's kind of
Right.
That's the situation that we all talk about, and we say it's better to ask for forgiveness than permission. Yeah. That's a prime example.
And the fact of we're in New England, you get 3 bone ribs, you have to because you
have to. You can't not get them
because you literally hit the lottery walking into your local grocery store, local butcher shop, and they have them. Because it's not something that's regularly available to us.
You'll get the 4 bone, but they'll cut them into little riblet things, and you never get the full plate rib. When you see them, if you're a true barbecue guy, you know. And there are true barbecue guys up here in the Northeast. Just so you're aware, Big Rome. Just so you know, there are some folks up here that know what they're doing.
There might be.
I'm not saying I'm one of them, but there are a few. Just saying.
So you brought up a question earlier.
Oh, what was that?
On his preparation of brisket. I saw the light bulb go off on your head on that one.
Oh. Was it the preparation? It was not the no bind. Oh, yes. Yeah.
Keep up here.
I gotcha.
You asked a question about his preparation of brisket.
All right, Baldy. Every time you say preparation, I think H. I don't know.
Baldy's beautiful.
All right, look. So you season your brisket 24 hours before you put it on. Correct? Uh-oh.
Lost it.
Lost your audio. Can't hear you.
All right.
When do you season your brisket?
You
season anything? Do you do night before guy or do you day of guy?
If I'm marinated, if something needs marinated, I do the overnight.
Chicken wings, shit like that.
Stuff like that. Yeah. If I'm just, seasoning, rubbing, I'll do, I don't know, 3 hours before. I like to take it out, let the temperature come up, then I'll season it.
Let it suck the
Suck it in,
moisture out.
then I'll add another round,
Ooh.
another batch, just before I put it on the pit. So probably it'll sit out a good, probably 3 hours.
So will it sit out, or you put it back in the fridge?
Oh, I'll let it sit out.
Beef.
Bring the
Pork
beef
you might
up.
put back in the
Pork
fridge.
I'll put back in the fridge. Chicken I'll definitely put back in the fridge. But as far as any beef products, I let that sit out good 2 to 3 hours before I'm putting it on.
You can leave beef out longer. That's why, though.
Yeah.
That's fine. I always thought that you lose some of that bark.
I'm in, guys. I'm in.
All
Sorry
right.
about that.
All right.
All right.
I was like, hold on. I forgot to put do not disturb on my phone. And that's what just happened.
That happened to me last week. All right. So the question is, is it true that you rub your, like, say, brisket the night before or the 24 hours before your cook? And
I do.
So what is there any rationale behind that on your end, or what's your?
You know what?
Yeah.
I would say that depending on what type of seasoning you're using on the brisket. So what I wanted to do is I used that Texas BBQ Chapter seasoning, the last cook I did, and I wanted to have some great color. I wanted some mahogany red color on that brisket. So I wanted to let it rest because of the paprika in there, the chili powder. I wanted a good color to it. Now, if there's a rationality or a difference between, I've done salt and pepper, very simple, no binder, do it within 3-4 hours, and it was still it was still a good brisket. So I think I was going for color. That's usually what I was that's usually what I kind of look for first. If I'm going to use a seasoning that has some mahogany red or some type of color. But if it's salt and pepper, I'll do it within a half a day and, get it done, get it smoked, and we're done. Really, if it's, penetrating to the meat and all that, I would say that it plays a part, especially the Chapter seasoning. It has a really good binder to me. I didn't even use a binder on my last brisket, and it came out fantastic. So
yeah, I saw that. Now, do you do the same thing with ribs at all? Since you are always kind of trying to hit that mahogany color on the ribs, do you use any type of paprika in there? You do them the night before, kind of the similar process usually for that mahogany color to settle.
Yeah, just to be more confident, to make sure that we got some good color.
Yeah.
I usually do it next day.
Okay.
I want that color to really bind in. There's some great seasonings out there that'll give you like a nice orangey yellow color rib because of the honey. You got your mahogany red color. So that's what I'm looking for.
Mm-hmm.
I want those juices to sweat into that meat. And once I see it sweating and it's already penetrating, that's kind of where I say it's time to go and put it out there. And once I take it out of the fridge, you definitely want to let it rest, get to room temperature, and then go ahead and go on with your smoke. So
I noticed that you smoke fat side down, at least on your last cook with your stand-up Yoder, that you cook fat side down. Now, I know from what I understand, the true Texas way is fat side up, but that also can depend on your smoker. And your type of smoker, definitely heat's coming from the bottom. So you're just trying to protect that a little bit. Is that kind of because the rationale with that smoker?
Yeah, that's kind of the concept.
Okay.
I've seen pit masters do fat side down, even with, an offset smoker. But yeah, because of the smoke coming vertically up to the meat, that's the reasoning for me, because I'm trying to create all around smoke ring from the bottom side. That's kind of the reason why I do that.
Okay.
But I've done a test with fat side up and fat side down on my YouTube channel. And there was a little bit of a difference, but at the same time, it could have been the heat, where the heat sources were. One was higher than the other. Brisket was done quicker on the fat side down than the top. There's a lot of science to it, So, but yeah, that's the reason why. And you're right. It's the reason why I did it is to protect the meat fat side down.
So what would be your preference if you could do it, or if, in whatever smoker? Do you like it fat? Because I personally like the way the bark forms better fat side up. And I would rather cook it fat side up, which I do in my green egg. And I really love the way that the bark forms on top of the fat cap. But in my offset, because I have a heat diffuser plate in there, it pushes the heat down and it wants to just singe the bottom of my brisket unless I cook fat side down, which is what I've been doing. And they've been coming out a lot better. Because I like to cook around 250, 270 range. And in my little kind of backyard Brinkman, you know, the Trailmaster, it's sizable, but it scorches a little bit. So I'm kind of forced to go fat down, but I like the product better when it's cooked fat side up personally.
Yeah, I mean, it could be an argument, to be honest with you.
It always
I don't
is.
know how many times
It always
I've
is.
heard fat side up is better than fat side down. But, you know, I've done both. On a pork butt, I actually do fat side up. I'm a fat side up on a pork butt. I like the way it forms on the top, good bark.
Yep.
And I'm ready to go ahead and have that right, you know, that nice cut on the, you know, pork butt, or if I'm going to do pulled pork, I'll do that. On a brisket, fat side down, I can slice my briskets better. That's just my personal reason for that. But maybe somebody else says something different.
Cool.
Oh no, you know, Eric in the chat, you know, he nails it. You know, I think it's personal preference, just like using a water pan. You know, some guys like the water pan, some guys don't.
Yep.
You know, fat side up, fat side down. I've always been a fat side nearest the heat source.
You mean the point versus the flat nearest
Dependent.
But what do you? And again, I'm not saying one is right over the other, because I do both. So I'm not saying one is right, one is wrong. I know it's preference. I know it has to do with your smoker, but I just like to know what people feel. Sometimes they have a type of smoker that they want to go up, but they're forced to go down. Blah blah blah. But if you're obviously thick side towards the firebox, but do you go up or down on your fat cap in your Oak Joe?
In my Oak Joe, I do fat cap down.
Good. And I think again, similar to my smoker.
Yeah.
We need to protect the.
Yeah, to protect everything. But, you know, if I throw it on the kettle, you know, it's still, more I think about it, I'm a fat side down guy.
On the kettle, you could go up because it hits the dome and comes back down, like the green egg.
Yeah.
I think you go either way, but I think you'd be okay going fat side. I don't think you'll singe the bottom as long as you get your coals tucked over nice, or you're using like a slow and sear or something like that.
Or the bro and sear. Hashtag Daddy Dutch.
Daddy Dutch. So one last brisket question, and we can move on. Okay. Because you know I love the brisket.
Oh, I know.
When you wrapped last, you did butcher paper, but then you did foil around the butcher paper. I need to know why. Is it to accelerate the cook? Is it? You're already getting enough. Like enough smoke on it, so let's speed up this Texas crutch
Rome,
thing.
The pain is real, brother. The pain is real.
Oh, I know. I know it is.
Is it C, because foil makes brisket a little bit pot roasty, so you wanted that barrier of that pink butcher love in between. Did I already?
Right. That's the reason why I did the double wrap. I wanted to heat up quick, faster, but I didn't want it to overcook it with the butcher paper. And when I did that, it was perfect. It is a test that I've done. I actually did that test last year. I did it on a pork butt. So you might want to try that, brother.
I will.
I did it on a pork butt. I did a double wrap test, and it was one of the best pork butts that I ever did. So try it out. I don't know if it was a difference, but to me, it was to get over the stall.
Yep.
Sometimes that stall, it's a pain in the neck. So you like this pork butt, I think it was on a stall around 152, 157, and I let it go through the stall. But once it went over that stall, I said, just in case, I did the double wrap, and man, it was perfect.
Nice. Always looking to try new stuff. And I find pork butts can stall longer than briskets. Half the time.
Yeah,
You know?
they can.
Absolutely. That's cool, man. Thanks for answering those questions, because I was always trying to learn and you know, try to more or less not question but understand other people's methods. It helps me rationalize things in my OCD brain. Kind of helps me categorize it. You know,
we got a few more jumped in here. Saida, what's up, brother? Jeremy Lucino, my man, how are you, brother?
What's up, Saida?
Terry, Red Banks, what's going on, Red?
Red Banks, what's going on, brother?
So let's you know, we're all barbecue guys. You know, we're all cut from the same cloth. I know you got to have a nice little collection of cooking vessels, so to speak. So,
Right.
what's in the collection?
What do you got?
Man, I had to write them down because it's not that long, but long enough, for me to write it down. So I have a Yoder smoker, Stockton vertical. I just bought that with my buddy. I would say about close to a month ago.
Yep.
I have a new Brumfield vertical smoker. That was my first smoker I ever purchased. I have a pit barrel smoker. I have a 22-inch Weber kettle. I have an 18-inch Smoky Mountain. Ooh. I have a PK grill.
Ooh.
Original PK grill. I have a Z grill pellet grill. So that's one of my I don't want to do nothing. I don't have time. I'm going to put it in there and let it do its job.
Mm-hmm. Easy bag ovens.
Hey, they work, though.
They're there for a reason, and they work decent, right? Do you need to put a smoke tube in that pellet? Do you feel like you need to add a smoke tube for any extra smoke with your pellet?
No, I haven't done that. I don't need to, or I didn't feel like I needed to.
Okay.
Most of the time, if it's something where, let's say my wife says, or the family's like, hey, let's do a little lighter smoke, or I don't want no smoke at all, then you go for a pellet smoker. Go for it. Boom, throw it in there, see what happens.
And I hear that
if they
from my
want
wife
some
a
good
lot.
smoke, I'll go with the smoker. I'm gonna go with the stick burner.
Nice.
So
now, the $1 million question.
Oh boy. I'll be right back.
In that whole list, what holds that special place in your heart? Which one of those units holds that special place?
Man, there's two of them right now, but the one that does hold a big space is the new Brumfield vertical smoker. Reason why behind that one is because that was my first smoker that I ever bought. Number two, it's the one that I put the most meat in it when I started doing big cooks. And then it holds a lot of memory of my buddy's father, rest in peace. It was his vertical smoker and was passed down to him, and he went on ahead and sold it to me. So I will never get rid of that one at all. So that's the reason why that's number one.
Amen to that. Amen
when it comes to all my smokers and grills.
And then you said there was number two.
The number two is the PK grill.
There it is. See, you know what you're doing. Ben, that was a professional segue right there.
Yeah, that PK grill.
That's called a layup.
I was really never into them until I saw Big Kano get into that PK grill. He's a Big Kano barbecue there, and he would show his cooks. He would show what he would do indirect. And I was like, I need to know something about this grill. Like, I need to purchase one. And not to put down Weber or anything, but the PK grill is a monster. And I'm going to say it in the way you guys, it's a monster.
Monster!
Okay? Attaboy, yeah, baby.
It does
It's
so
a monster.
well in my cooks. Like, it can hold heat. It does long cooks. I had my barbecue brothers come to Big Rome's barbecue or Big Rome's virtual bar to cook on it, and they started purchasing them too now. It is a monster, man. So
that's right.
Thank you, Big Kano, for that.
Yeah, and I first heard about the PKs through listening to Malcolm Reed in his podcast and interviews, and he always brought it up because they're very big in the SCA, the Steak Cook-Off Association, the steak contests.
Right.
Everybody loves cooking the PKs on the steaks because of the, you can get a high temperature just on its own. Never mind you throw a set of grill gates on it or anything. What's the highest you ever got that standalone?
That standalone, when I check the temp, because I actually have a gun on there, the highest I've done is about close to 760, 770, but that's high temp. I'm using Grill Grade on there, so Grill Grades has a great product. It's explosive. But at the same time, you can close the lid, close the 4 different vents on there, and it will shut off if you wanted to pretty quick. And you can use that same charcoal again for another cook.
Kind of similar to it. Kind of like a Kamado.
Yeah, it's a monster.
Yeah,
yeah. Because like I said, I heard it from Malcolm Reed, but then we're going back at least a year, maybe 2, when Big Kano first started. The Big Kano barbecue show. When he would do the Facebook, when he first started with the Facebook Lives, and he broke that out. It's like, oh, there it is, and it is. It's a piece of machinery. Looking at it,
it is.
You know what I mean? It is. It has that industrial look to it,
Okay.
and it just
I've seen
cooks
some
like
pics
a
of 'em before,
mother.
yeah. So what are you running in there? Are you running? So you said you're able to use the charcoal over again. So you're running lump in there, lump charcoal.
Yeah, I do lump. I do lump charcoal. I mean, I've used Kingsford charcoal. I've used Jealous Devil charcoal. I haven't done any wood pieces or like wood logs other than hickory chunks for flavor. But man, as fast as you can heat it up, it can shut down and you can use it again. The best product I've used on lump charcoal has been the Jealous Devil. When I use the Jealous Devil, I've gone up to almost 4 cooks on that.
No kidding.
And that's by shutting it down, opening it, shutting it down, opening it. And I'm like, why doesn't this go away? But it's a great product, to be honest with you. And I got that out there here in Chart 380 in McKinney.
Yeah,
so,
one of my buddies swears by the Jealous Devil. I've never had it. The best charcoal or lump that I've ever used is by Fogo. That's all I can really find.
Yeah, I heard good stuff about Fogo, yeah.
The yellow bag, the Fogo, the thing with that, it's all hand-picked. Hickory, in an oak. I think it's mostly oak, actually. But they're like meteorites. There's no shake or loose pieces in the bag. It's just all little softballs. Or big softballs.
That's it. The only shake you should have is Uncle Steve's shake.
Oh,
that's right. Like what I did there.
Hey, I second that right there. Love me some Uncle Steve shake.
Yeah. All right, brother CJ. Happy belated birthday. Yesterday.
Happy birthday, CJ.
I think it was the big 25 again. Then Randy Salinas, brother. How are you?
What's going on, Randy?
So we got a bunch of the boys in here. I'm looking at 35 watching. So I actually have my eye on a PK myself.
Ooh, do you now?
Well, I saw it on Facebook Marketplace.
You didn't tell me about this.
It's down the Cape.
And I thought we talked about everything offline.
Which is about 2 hours. I got to save some of the conversation for Thursday night. We're going to be we got many hours together.
Yes, we do. Get some sleep.
It's down the Cape, so that's about 2 hours drive each way, but it's $80.
Ooh.
So I think that's a deal and a half.
And a half.
For $80, I think that trip will be worth it.
Mm-hmm. That sounds it. Yeah. Do they come in different colors, these things, or just one color?
I don't know. Do they come in different colors, Rome, or is it just that standard?
No, they actually do come in different colors. So one of my buddies, Sean Hogan, Killer Hogan's Barbecue, he purchased the black one, I believe. At Chart 380, they have different colors. They got black, they have red, and then they have the original aluminum.
Okay.
Those are the only colors I've seen.
I've seen a guy do a video on these ones. So I got to creep them again, check them out. Not that I'm going to go buy one. I've already
you're gonna
got some new vessels.
Don't worry.
I got my eye on one big vessel right now. That's all I'm looking at.
That's all right.
A towing vessel. And
Ooh.
What now?
I got the green light.
Oh, boy.
Okay, honey, make the call.
Uh-oh.
Oh, boy.
Yeah, that girl. That's why.
Make the call.
I tell you, I hit the lottery
At least
when
we know
fooled her.
Your wife watches the show.
That's right. But man, I tell you, I hit the lottery when I fooled her. So Rome caught it. Ben caught it. You're still a minute behind. It'll catch up in a second. Hold on. You'll laugh in a second. Don't worry.
We'll just forget it.
Don't worry about it. So, let's talk about the Texas-style barbecue seasoning. This is phenomenal. Who's there? Who's there? Who's to your right? You were looking to
Uncle
your
Steve?
No, you were looking to your right, like someone was right there. A human.
One of my banners were moving. So.
Oh, I didn't know if some of the boys were there. If some of the boys were there, they got to peek in. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, no. I just had a little Uncle Steve sticker right here sticking out. You see him?
Yeah, absolutely. Yep.
Oh, man. Sorry about that. I'm over here looking around like somebody was here. I wish. Smitty should be here. Sean Hogan, Big Kano, Big Kurt, Rob, Smitty.
Yep.
Cartwheel Bruce, where you guys at? Calling y'all out.
So what was how did the preparation to get the seasoning running go? Because this is absolutely phenomenal.
Very good.
So it was all 6 admins in the group. We kind of worked on seeing which one would be the right seasoning to put out there. And when we did that, we had a first tryout.
Delicious.
And they sent the bottle in. They said, hey, try it out, see what you think. And we said there was something that we needed. Something was missing on it. And our distributor is Sucker Busters, okay? And he went on ahead and brought this bottle in and said, hey, look, we're looking for some paprika. We're looking for some chili powder. We're looking for some color on the seasoning and what you would think would be great. And when he sent the bottle and said, hey, look, this is a combination. You tell me what you think and we'll go from there. We tried it out. We started cooking on different meats. We did from picanha to tri-tip to tomahawk steaks to rib to chicken. And I'm going to tell you, it went great with all of them. I think I made a great tomahawk. I think we did a great tomahawk. The picanha, the tri-tip, oh my goodness. Best flavor profile you'll ever get with that chapter seasoning, man. I don't know how many times I have to say it, man. It's not because we're putting it out there. It's all the flavor that's in there. You got to try it out. And I promise you will not be disappointed. So.
I know Greg tried it for the first time.
I mean, I dumped like a tablespoon in my hand by accident.
And it was worth every part of it, wasn't it?
I pretty much ate the whole thing.
Yeah, you did.
Ben's laughing. It's just like, how long is he going to keep eating?
Hey, check it out, guys. I do got somebody on my right.
Hey.
How's it going?
That's got Cartwheel Bruce in the house. Cheers, guys.
And the other great thing about the rub is you got all the boys listed. You got the whole crew, the originals. You know what I mean?
Right.
Big Kano, Big Kurt, Sean Hogan, Rush Schmidt, Bruce Leach. The founding members. So you got the representation right on the bottle, and that nothing but love about that one, brother. You know what I mean?
Man, I appreciate that. I think that representation just shows that it's not run by one person. It's a team effort, right? So when we put it together and we said this is the way to go, man, why not put our names on it, right? And that was a great idea to put that there, and we own that logo, And I said, hey, why not put all of us in there? It's not one person. Let's make it happen. And I think that shows a lot of character of that we're not just a one person group. We're a team. And without them, and without me in the group, we wouldn't be where we're at. So much love, and I appreciate that.
Yeah,
cool.
The dog father's starting some nonsense right now. John McGuire, I got them on the phone now, the Cape. Yeah, your PK is on the way to Texas. How bad do you want it, bro? Road trip? Question. For $80 for a PK, I think I might drive to Texas. It'll be worth it. So, bro, where can everybody who's obviously you're in a bunch of stores now. You're working your way from store to store and butcher shops and all that. Anyone who's not in your area, where can everybody get a hold of this?
So right now, currently, we are working to do it online. Okay, and we're going to look at other options. So right now, I know we have a couple of stores currently that we haven't sold. I know that we have some YouTubers, we have some members that have asked to see where can I get a bottle, and we've been shipping a few out there just so I want them to try it out, right? See what the seasoning's all about. So it's coming soon online, guys. So announcement coming soon. Once it does, believe me, it's gonna be great. I can't wait. It's gonna blow up, and when it does, hey, I'm ready for it, man. I'm ready to show some love, and I'm ready for y'all to try it out. And hopefully, Georgia, I'm pretty sure you're gonna want to try it out, right?
I'll tell you right now, I need myself a bottle of this. And I'm an extra.
DM me, brother, and I'll send you one.
I'm an extra large in t-shirts too. Just saying.
There you go.
See, I got the triple extra sexy, baby.
I'm going to tell you something right now. I think I'm going to open up that cryovac 3-bone plate rib, and we might have to do one of those racks for us for our cook this Thursday night.
You know what
we do?
You know what we should do?
I need to take this home with me.
We should do a video on it too. Yep. That's it.
All right, so
done.
I'll just take this home with me today.
No. Bring it over here.
I don't know about that.
I've counted every granule.
I don't give a rat's ass. You want to cook this?
There is 27,589 granules in this.
In like the lower half. Let's go.
Stop. But anyway, Rome, love you, brother. Thank you so much for taking some time out to join us. Where can everybody find your social media? Facebook, YouTube, Instagram, all of those good ones.
So on YouTube, Big Rome's Barbecue Grill Masters Empire. Instagram, BBQ_grill_masters_empire. And you can also see us at Barbecue Grill Masters Empire on Facebook.
Got a few underscores in there myself.
Absolutely, yes, you do. But Rome, like I said, thank you, brother.
Thanks, Big Rome.
Much love. We're definitely glad we could work it out, get you on, and we'll set something up and get all the boys together, and maybe have a little chugging 101 for the young lad over here, because I'm pretty sure 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. There's 6 professionals listed on this.
You want to give me a
plus myself, so 7. If you can't learn something from 7 of us,
rematch you in a chugging contest, guaranteed. This time I will go head to head with the same beer. Not one that's twice as strong. And you barely beat me. It wasn't even like
I also kicked your ass when you were drinking that Zima thing, too. So don't even go
there.
That
was 6% alcohol.
Oh, God.
Oh, man.
All right. Rome, much love, brother. Send the love and respect to the boys when you see them later on. We'll get something rolling in the future for the chapter. But thank you so much, brother.
Thanks, brother.
This was a blast. Thanks for the swag. Keep your hands off that road.
You'll see what's going on.
Hit me up, brother. I'll send you a package too, brother.
Awesome, dude. Thanks, man. Appreciate it.
All right, Rome.
All right. Take care.
All right, brother.
Big Rome out.
Ben, cue the music.
Before the music, I wanted to share some good news with you guys.
Oh, boy.
What do you mean, oh, boy? This is
good news. I love
good
it.
News.
Hit
Good
me,
news.
Ben. What do you got?
So last time we talked about rankings in Apple Podcasts. And in the food category, last time we were in the 40s.
Okay.
Well, this week.
Yeah, I think I said 43, and I think we were 47. My mistake.
I'll give you a new number 35.
Woo! Hot damn!
Oh, yeah.
Now, that's just in the United States.
Okay.
In Japan.
What?
In the food category, number 24.
What? 24 in Japan?
But we're not done.
We're international, bro.
There's more.
In Australia.
Which is our second biggest market. In case you didn't know that.
In Australia. The Apple Podcast food category rankings, you guys are at number 8. So I just wanted to share that good news with you guys before we played the music.
That is awesome. Where do we rank? You know, we rank for actual barbecue podcasts.
It's not an actual defined category.
Oh, they just go by food?
Yes.
Got it. That's still damn good.
Not damn good, brother.
Well, I'm proud to be a part of it.
Because I know there's only a couple big boys I know ahead of us. I know 3 right off the bat, so we'll put
We're coming for you, big boys. I don't know who you are yet.
Malcolm Reed, Barbecue Central, Dave Bosca.
We got some work to do.
Yeah, we got some work.
We got a better studio.
True.
We
do.
We're on our way.
Well, that's it for this week, folks. We'd like to thank you all for joining us. Catch the audio wherever podcasts are found. Catch the video on Facebook and YouTube. On YouTube, hit that subscribe button and bell. You'll have all our episodes right there at your fingertips. On social media, find us at Pit Life BBQ on Facebook, YouTube, and Instagram. Also,
New England Pitmasters on Facebook and Instagram. And check out my personal Instagram, which is _barbecue broker on IG. Check it out.
Hit Johnny HD77 on Instagram and also Johnny Mag's Barbecue on YouTube.
Which, by the way, is weekly. I know I say this, but it's growing big.
I'm at 223 right now. This YouTube game it's a marathon. It's not a sprint. Unless you're Alton and he just jumps, 30,000 subscribers overnight on a wonderful brisket. He just hit 1 million views.
Did he? Wow.
This weekend. 1 million views. So congrats to Brother Alton.
Congrats, Alton.
On 1 million views. That is fantastic. But yeah, it fluctuates. I hit 225 one night. The next morning I was at 219 and then it jumps up and down, but hey.
So temperamental.
Whatever. We're doing it. Anyway, any questions or comments, please send them to pitlifebbqpodcast@gmail.com. And like always, subscribe, like, rate, and review. Hit that share button. These numbers are getting crazy.
Let's go.
I will see you Thursday night.
And for the rest of you, next week.
Keep that smoke rolling.
Later, guys.
Attention, cigar smokers, or even friends of a cigar smoker. If you're looking to relax with a nice premium cigar or looking for a great gift for a cigar smoker, this is the gift that keeps on giving. Our friends at twoguyscigars.com have created the Cigar of the Month Club. For just $24.99 per month, you or your friend will receive 4 different premium handmade cigars every month, and shipping and handling is included. Go to twoguyscigars.com. That's the number 2, guyscigars.com, and go to the Cigar of the Month Club. You can stop anytime because there's no contract, but you won't because this is a tremendous deal for our listeners. Go to twoguyscigars.com. That's the number 2, guyscigars.com, and click the Cigar of the Month Club. At the same time, if you want to learn about the cigars you receive each month, you can smoke along with them on their own podcast called The Cigar Authority. Sit back, relax, and enjoy a nice premium cigar from our friends at twoguyscigars.com.
The views and opinions expressed by the hosts, guests, or callers of this program do not necessarily reflect the opinions of the Studio 21 Podcast Café, the United Podcast Network, its partners, or affiliates.